Got a lockup? What is... The show hasn't even begun yet.
Did it lock up?
Yes!
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
Trump! The daddy's over here. The Donald! Please! I need this! Donald, they're going to give me a detention for cutting class! Mr. President! The hat! Future President! The hat! Please! The hat! This is incredible! Future President! Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're Ambassador Donald! Mr. Trump! First edition art deal! You're 3 feet from gold! Like Mr. Trump, please! Mr. Trump, place the book! Mr. Trump! Thank you. Mr. Trump! Mr. Trump, please!
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Smith Radio. Your show host, Brian Smith, along with
Carrie Smith,
giving you all the late-breaking news, stuff you didn't know. This week, this show, Sunday evening, 5 to 8, we are March 6th, 2016. For those of you who want to be part of the show, call in on the call-in hotline, 772-49-SMITH, SMYTH. And that soundbite, my friends, was from the Trump rally in Columbus, Ohio on this past Tuesday. Super Tuesday.
It was on Super Tuesday, that's right.
And that was a young lad.
Ah, yes, it was.
Pouring out crocodile tears, just emotional as could possibly be.
Most of the youngsters there were old enough to vote. They were seniors, they told me.
Right. I mean,
So.
you're talking about voting next 1 year from now. So if you're 17 and you turn 18 anytime within the next...
Yeah, some of them were already 18.
Okay.
So basically, what you were hearing at the beginning of the show was the audio portion of a video that I took near the front of the Trump rally in Columbus on Super Tuesday. And I'll tell you what, I've been to a rally in Ohio for John McCain, and Sarah Palin was there. And then I was also at a rally for Mitt Romney. And then we went to a rally for Mitt Romney, but Mitt wasn't there. It was Paul Ryan.
That was a secluded steel
It was kind of
supply company in the middle of nowhere. We all had to be bussed in.
Yeah, you couldn't
It was
park.
super secret.
It reminded me of a scene from like a Nightmare on Elm Street
Right.
with Freddy and the steel factory and the flames. And there were no flames there, but you could totally picture that. You were just covered. You were completely surrounded by shards and chunks of rusted steel piled up everywhere. And this is where the rally was. It was a business that sold, I guess, raw steel for the most part.
Right.
But anyway, so I've been to that one. And then this one, which was just last Tuesday for Donald Trump. And, you know, it's interesting. I should go to a cruise one just out of sheer curiosity. Because one thing, the biggest thing I noticed was the difference in demographics and the type of person, the
Dude,
personality.
I saw hipsters. They were guys. They were young, like 21-year-oldish.
Some of them look like
hipster.
and I know you
young,
cruise
like tree huggers. There were tree huggers there.
But you cruise conservatives are going to hear this and be like, I knew it! I knew it! I mean, there were some people there that look like they would probably vote for like a Bernie Sanders.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Or a Barack Obama if he was running again or something like that. Or maybe they did 4 years ago, whatever. And so, yeah, you cruise supporters are going to be like, I knew it! That means that Trump is a Democrat. He's attracting the Democrats because he is a Democrat.
I don't know.
That was kind of a small group, though. Most of them were your average conservative. But here's the thing: if I took the ones that were clearly conservatives in the way they were dressed, the way they were behaving, and all that kind of stuff, and compared them to the vast majority of the people that would come to a Mitt Romney rally or the Paul Ryan or McCain rallies, it's different. Those people that were at the McCain and Mitt Romney and Ryan rallies were very weird to me personally. They may not, if you're listening right now, they might not. You might say, well, what? They seem normal to me. I don't know. I just felt like I didn't really belong. And it's not because I'm not conservative. I'm about as conservative as they come. It's just that I'm also a down-to-earth, common-sense type of person that, you can have a normal conversation with. I mean, these people look like the type. I'm talking about the ones from the past.
Well, when we went to the Paul Ryan event, you and I both, we stood out like sore. We were not.
First of all, we were the youngest ones there, and
children.
We were
children. I mean, we were like sixth grade. Something.
We did not look, or we're not actually children, but we probably looked like children to be. The demographics so old, so old.
Now, granted, both of these events went down during the week.
Super Tuesday. Hello.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the majority of people in their 30s and 40s are hopefully, unless you're the 93 million that don't have a job, hopefully you're actually working on a Tuesday.
Theoretically.
Not only at 10 o'clock in the morning, but people got there as early as one lady said she got there at 3:30, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Sleeping overnight.
And she looked like she was probably at the McCain rally.
Oh, easily.
I almost got into a fight at the McCain rally. There were people just weird there. I mean, they're just strange people, but anyway.
Well, there's a guy that posted on Facebook that said he was assaulted at a cruise rally. He got into an altercation with somebody at a cruise rally.
And you know what? That wouldn't surprise me. I would be, of course, I'm just throwing this out here, total speculation, but it would not surprise me one bit if I were to go to a cruise rally and find out that these are the same people that I saw at the McCain and the Romney. Now, some people listening right now are thinking, well, wait a minute. The Cruz supporters were angry about McCain and they were angry about Romney and they stayed home. Well, you know what? They were at the rally. Okay. That's all I got to say. Those people probably did vote and they held their nose and they voted. Now there's a lot of them saying there's absolutely no way I will not vote for Trump. And their argument is that I'm a real conservative, and as a real conservative, I'm not going to vote for a fake conservative. And I'm like, look, we can have an argument about whether or not Trump is a real conservative or not. But let me promise you this. I promise you, if you're listening to me right now, not only should you let this sink into your head, but you should also share it to everybody that needs it. And that is, do not sit there and lie to me and lie to yourself about being a conservative if you're going to stay at home because the guy who is running against the leftist Marxist communists that run for the Democrat Party, you're going to let them win because you're going to stay at home while the guy that wasn't perfect for you and your conservative values, that person didn't get to win the Republican nomination or whatever. And maybe Cruz will. And if he does, guess why I'm going to vote for him? Not just because he does share a lot of things that I value, but because I want to keep the leftist, Marxist, Democrat, communist, socialist, whatever, criminals, anti-American, anti-Constitution despots out of the White House. And if you can't do that because it's Trump that's running against them, you're not a real conservative. And as far as I'm concerned, you're anti-Constitution because you're willing to let the things happen that are going to cause the burning of the Constitution.
Wow, starting off Smith Radio.
I'm just saying,
I'm so angry. Well, no, of course, a lot of us are angry. However, we do not want to leave it up to the FBI to take Hilary out. We've got to stop her. We'll get into that.
In wrestling, I'm a coach in the sport of wrestling. We call that not leaving it in the referee's hands.
Right.
You do not. You got to get out there and
Pinning.
you got to dominate, or you got to pin him.
Right.
You cannot leave it in the ref's hands. And by hoping that the FBI takes care of Hilary, that's just leaving it in the wrong hands. You got to take action. I wonder if I'll tell you what, man. This thing about Cruz and his eligibility really has me worried. But anyway,
the one judge that looked at his eligibility last week when we talked about that, one of the judges did throw it out of court. So he's like, we're not even going to look at this. He threw it out. There are currently, I believe, 5 states. Pennsylvania joined the ranks as the 5th state with lawsuits pending on his eligibility. Texas is one. There's a lawsuit in Texas,
right?
His own state.
And for those of you out there that are all about Cruz, I'm telling you, I share all of his conservative values for the most part. There's really nothing that he wants to do as president that I'm not 100% for. But we've talked at length on this show in previous episodes about why it's important that we make sure that our presidential candidates are eligible on both sides of the aisle. We let this Indonesian Muslim take over the White House.
Yikes! Wow!
Okay, I don't know. Look, let's be honest.
I do not have the censor button ready on. Oh my Lord!
Look, here's the thing. We don't. Let's be perfectly honest here. To this day, 7.5 years into his presidency, the truth is we're not really 100% sure what he is, because it's been proven that the birth certificate that they released was 100% a fraud, and everybody knows it, including the people that are saying, "What do you mean? He released his birth certificate."
That's funny you say that, and this leads up to Frank Marshall Davis. This weekend, I spent a lot of time with the kids. I took some vacation time. I spent a lot of time with the wife and the kids, going through old family pictures, and the kids are 8, 6, and 1.5, almost 2, and it was really strange how the wife said, "That picture looks like you." And so I take my son's picture, juxtaposed to my picture, to about the same age, and it was really uncanny, just the similarities. And then we did it with my oldest daughter, Bailey, and some similarities, very uncanny. You could definitely tell they're my kids. And Kara's got a mix of both her mother and her father, but yet when you put her next to my pictures, you can it's a dead ringer. You can tell her similarities. They did that with Barack Hussein Obama and Frank Marshall Davis.
They did a 3-picture thing. They put his alleged father, Obama Sr.
From Kenya. Indonesia, Kenya.
Wherever he's from. I think it's Kenya. Okay, so Barack Obama Sr. and then Barack Obama Jr., the president, in the middle.
Right.
And then Frank Marshall Davis on the other side of him. And I'll tell you this, like, your daughter, Kara, looks like your wife.
Correct.
And I would not initially say, "Oh, that looks like you." I just wouldn't say it. She looks more like your wife. Barack Obama has amazingly close features with both his mother and his maternal grandfather.
You mean his white mother? Right. That's the white half of his
and her father, which is his grandfather on the mom side.
Right.
I mean, the shape of his face. See how his face is kind of like a shield?
Right.
It's got that. It's not a triangle, but it's close. It's kind of like a shield shape.
Right.
That's the shape of Barack's head. He's got that prominent chin that kind of sticks down and is pointy. His grandfather has the exact same shaped face. So putting him next to Barack Obama Sr. and Frank Marshall Davis is a little troublesome. He kind of doesn't look like either. But
dude, they did.
I'll tell you this, though.
Yeah.
He doesn't look a single thing like his alleged real father.
No, nothing remote.
Not even the tiniest bit.
The texture of his face, the shape of his face, the features on his
just everything,
eyes,
the shapes,
the eyebrows,
of everything.
None of it. Not even none of it.
Right.
None of it.
So Yeah, that's
So InfoWars guy did an interview.
Is this recent? Is this breaking news?
No, this
okay.
This is months
We're
ago.
talking about old